So welcome to day 4 of 30 days to meditate. Tonight's theme really is about mind wandering. And when we practice mindfulness, we use the awareness of our thoughts and our emotions and the sensations that occur in our body, or sensory awareness such as sound, to bring us into the present moment. And often during our normal day, we are very busy and we're totally unaware of how much our thoughts are driving what we do. It's as though really the thoughts are in the controlling seat. So what mindfulness can teach us to do is for us to take back that bit of control. And we do this through a simple practice of observation really, and noticing when our mind has wandered off, and then we gently guide it back to focus on our breathing or on our body or on our sounds. So we actually need, a lot of people think that mindfulness means you need to empty your mind. Well, some people who practice for a very long time are able to have bigger gaps between thoughts, but we actually need our thoughts to be present. We need those distractions to practice our awareness. Okay, so we're just going to do a practice now where we are going to use our breath as the anchor into the present moment. And we're just going to see what happens. We're not going to expect anything, we're not going to make anything happen. We're just going to allow however you're feeling, whether that be a physical sensation or an emotion or a mental sensation, we're just going to allow that to come into our awareness. And we're going to use the breath as the guide. Okay. So again, I'm just inviting you to sit comfortably on a chair, on the floor, or even lie down. Just take a moment, pause the video if you need to, and just take a moment to settle and be comfortable in a place where you are able to feel your breath, and inviting you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable. So as we settle into this ease, this position, or the position that is most comfortable for you, allowing your shoulders to drop, and just allowing your body to come into a sense of stillness. Placing your hands comfortably either in your lap, perhaps even on your stomach if you're lying down, or on your knees, just so they're happy and comfortable where they are. And then just bringing our awareness into exploring the breath. Perhaps closing our mouths so we can notice the breath entering and leaving the nose. Allowing the focus of our attention to come where we can feel the breath going in and out. We don't have to try and change the breath in any way. There may be a tendency to try and control it at this point, make it something that it's different. If that's happening, just notice that, and then just try and just let go of that urge to control. And allow your breath to fall into an easy, natural rhythm. Noticing the cool air as it goes in through the nose, and then perhaps the warmer air as it leaves. Even saying to yourself, if it helps, breathing in with a silent voice and breathing out. Sometimes the inner voice can just help us focus. Just allowing breathing to be just as it wants to be. Being aware that maybe throughout the day you haven't even noticed your breathing, that you haven't even paid any attention to it. And then when you're ready, just allowing the attention on your breath just to sit in the background for a moment and notice if there are any prominent thoughts that may be floating around or coming into your attention. If there are no thoughts, then notice the absence of thought. But if your mind has wandered, just become the observer of those mind wanderings. Just for example, like you might stand at a train station and watch the train come in, and then you watch the train leave. Those are like our thoughts. They come, and if we give them a little bit of space and time, they can go. We don't get tangled in them. And when you've noticed if you're having any thoughts, just take your attention now back to the breath. Back to the in-breath and back to the out-breath. Noticing the gentle rise and fall of your body as the air goes in and then the air goes out. And now I want you to notice again if there are any distractions. If your mind has wandered again, which it likes to do, because it likes to be in control, just notice this. Become aware, but try and maintain some semblance of distance between you and the thought. Again, another image that may be useful is imagine lying in a field and you notice a cloud. Just watch the cloud float across the sky until you can't see it anymore. Allow the cloud to come into your view and then allow the cloud to leave your view. And this is the practice of noticing how our mind becomes filled with thoughts and how it wanders. But how we can stay grounded in the present. We can maintain a connection with ourselves without allowing those thoughts to take us away. And then come back to where you can feel your breathing. Noticing you're breathing in and breathing out. It is this gentle practice of returning to the breath, which is the practice of mindfulness. The thoughts may distract us for a moment, may take us away from what we're doing. And we notice them, but we don't go with them. We stay rooted and grounded where we are, connected to our own breathing. If the mind is following the breath, we are in the present. So this is a simple practice you can do any point during the day. Sit, notice your thoughts,